I want to welcome you back to Hearing Post. It's a difficult day with the tragedy that happened in Orlando, Florida. I want to talk to you about Islamic extremism versus gun control. And today you're going to hear the real truth. Nothing sugar coated, uh, nothing that's going to make you feel well about this issue. When this happened, it's extremely important for the President of the United States, President Obama, to come out and unify the country in this most difficult time. The President needed to come out and explain to the American people what Islamic extremism is, who's perpetrating these crimes, what's the percentage of people who study or read the Quran or follow Islam that is following this death cult that is willing to kill innocent people all around the world because they believe that Sharia law should be part of the whole world, and Islam should be studied and practiced by everyone walking the face of earth. Instead of President Obama doing the right thing, explaining to people what we're going through, the first thing he does is split the United States and split the people of this country in half by talking about gun control. Once the president opened his mouth about gun control, half of the people cut the TVs off and didn't want to listen to anything he had to say. This whole issue right here has to be explained to people. It doesn't matter if you're progressive, conservative, Democrat, Republican, libertarian, whatever. This death cult does not care what your ideology is, and they showed it in Orlando. They will kill anybody to get their message across to the whole world. And President Obama, first thing he talks about is gun control. You think people who are for guns, who are for the Second Amendment, after this, after watching what they just saw, 50 people being slaughtered, 53 being injured, that they're going to be willing to give up their Second Amendment rights, not part of their Second Amendment. They're not going to give up anything. But if the president came out as a unifying voice and said, hey man, this is what we're going to have to defeat. It's not going to end with me. It's going to the next president. We have to have all hands on deck to get rid of these people. No, he opens his mouth about gun control. Hillary Clinton opens her mouth about gun control. You have to define this enemy and destroy this enemy. When FDR was in office, he said, we're going to defeat the Nazis. That's it. He didn't go around the bush. He didn't want to explain, well, what's their ideology. He said, we're going to defeat them. We're going to crush them. And that's it. I don't want to understand what their issues is right now. The only issue they got with the United States in the world is that they need to be destroyed and wiped off the face of the earth. Any ideology or any religion or any part of that death cult that said it's okay to walk into a nightclub and slaughter everybody, then get on TV or make a video saying that it's okay. We congratulate you. You're a soldier of ISIS. I don't want to understand them. And we shouldn't understand them. And I know most progressives out there feel as though if we took the guns away, things would be much better. right now don't have nothing to do about guns. It has to do about destroying ISIS, Al Sharia, Boko Haram. These organizations, if they had a shot, the first thing they would kill was every progressive they could find in America. You think today, if they found the LGBT community, you know what they'll do to them first? They will kill them first and work their way down the line. They against all progressive cause. And don't tell me they are a religion. Yes, there are many of people in Islam who practice their religion, who are extremely peaceful, but you may have 10 to 20%. Let's say 10%. 10% of a billion is 100 million. What we gonna do about it? Are we gonna sit here and think if we take all the guns away, everything is gonna be okay? No, it's not gonna be okay. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna open up another vehicle for the cartels, the drug gangs in America, the organized crime families in America if there are no guns. Of course they're gonna be able to get guns. They got guns in Paris. They got gun control in Paris. They got guns in Brussels. There's gun control in Belgium. They got guns they got gun control in England. They got guns in England. If they gonna do the crime, they gonna get the weapons that they want. But you have to defeat the ideology. You have to defeat ISIS. You can't run from this fight. You can't talk your way out of this fight. You can't say, well, it's just our fault. Progressive, you gonna have to make a. If you want to cut a deal with these people, if you don't want to defeat these people, because I'm telling you, you can fight them now or you gonna fight them later. And you can say Obama has did a good job killing off leaders. Hell, any leader you just put another one in there. They need to be crushed right now. And I don't want to hear nothing about gun control right now. You can stop all the guns you want to. You can get anything off the street illegally in America. But what you gonna do about this ideology practice in a portion of Islam that feels that taking innocent people's lives is okay? What are you gonna do? We gonna have to make a stand. And fighting the NRA and whoever is not gonna stop Islamic extremism. You defeat the NRA, Islamic extremism going. So what's next? What's next if you defeat the NRA? You think they going somewhere? No, it's not gonna happen. The only way you stop this right here is what FDR did. He crushed them. He crushed them, man. He said, hey, man, it's not going on. Hitler and the boys is not going on no more. You see, I got to go, man. The gig is up. It's time to go. And we going to have to do that in America. Until you could prove to the American people before you ask to take their Second Amendment that you can definitely protect them, man, people not giving up their weapons. You think that people who live in the inner city, who got to deal with some of these savages every day, gonna give up their right to bear arms and you can't protect them? It's not gonna happen, man. You have to prove to the American people that you could protect them almost 100%. Because just like Malcolm said, Huey P. Newton, I have any right to protect myself just like anybody else. And that's a God-given right. I know this video seems harsh. I know most progressives won't like this video. But you have to defeat Islamic extremism if you want the progressive freedoms that you want here in America. Because they're against every progressive freedom There is. I would implore you to pick up the Quran. Don't listen to people on TV who tell you that it's a religion of peace. Yes, everybody who goes into a mosque and practice their religion, they're not for this. But to understand ISIS is, you have to read the literal version of the Quran and what it says. And then once you read that book, you will be shocked at what it says about all of us must be converted. You must listen and read that book and what it says about what you should do about LGBT community. You should kill them. It's all there in the book. Read it. And you understand that this ideology should be destroyed as quick as possible. Because if you don't destroy this ideology, you won't have a progressive movement. I hope you subscribe to Hearing Post. Hope you share this video with your friends. I want to thank you, and I want you to have a good day. I hope this video wasn't too harsh for you, but this is Hearing Post. You will always hear the real truth.